many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas. Our broadcast setting tonight. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. We're live in Houston where the Rockets have home court advantage. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Redick and Bamute make up the perimeter. The dunkers, Griffin and Jordan, are the bigs. And it's Paul in at the point. They get it back.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pass to Griffin. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars than everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
The first free throw is good.
He's incredibly difficult to guard, Blake Griffin. He's 6'10", 250-something pounds. He has size, but he also has quickness like a guard.
And he makes both free throws. So it's the Rockets now. Beverly, the pass to Harden. Capella with it. He's against Jordan. And here's Harden. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Harden's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
And for all the scoring, Greg, that James Harden gives you, he's also one of the top playmakers in the NBA.
You know, and even coming out of college, Kevin, a lot of scouts felt Harden could play the point. I mean, that's one of the reasons why this guy is going to consistently be in the MVP conversation.
And Beverly kicks to Anderson. Bucket is good.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
He also, for a big guy, has a terrific touch from that range.
Now here's Paul. Feeds to Griffin. It's rebounded by Houston.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
Ariza no look. Houston on D. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Houston making some changes. Nene comes in for Clint Capella. And it's Gordon in for Trevor Ariza. And then for the Clippers, Pierce is checked in for Mbamute. Crawford comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. On defense, Houston, it's a three-point game. Los Angeles shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And he makes the first.
Paul Pierce keeps building on his legendary career. A champion, we know he's a clutch shooter, and more importantly, a bona fide leader.
And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Pierce hits 2. For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. To the inside. And there's Eric Gordon on the assist by Harden. Gordon's got his first 2 points.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Jordan kicks to Crawford. Jordan sets the pick for Crawford. Buries the long-range jumper. And it's all knotted up.
Crawford has been a solid outside shooter throughout his lengthy career. Got to at least get an arm up as he's going up.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Nene, the screen. Here's Beverly. They get it back. And it's good. Walk through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
When he's that close inside and the defender is giving up that much height, it's over.
Corey Brewer's checked in for the Rockets. Pablo Prigioni comes in for Patrick Beverly. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Spates checked in for Jordan. .29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Crawford outside. From 13, and Spates gets it to go.
He always has the green light to take those kinds of shots because he is absolutely lethal from there.
Here's Prigioni. They set the pick. Deep 2 from Anderson, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Anderson's got his second bucket. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Rockets ahead. They lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. J.J. Redick, a focal point in his tenure with the Duke Blue Devils, both offensively and as a lightning rod for fans.
I think I'll forever be associated with Duke and Duke basketball. And obviously, that's a polarizing topic for some people. They like me, some people don't like me. But I take a lot of pride in the fact that I went to school there, I got to play there, and I graduated from Duke.
There's no doubt that he is Mr. Duke, J.J. Redick, and it's hard to argue with that school's incredible success, Greg, whether you like him or not. And I know you've had a first-hand view of Duke a couple times.
You know, and listen, I have the utmost respect for J.J. and Coach K and what they've done there. And then listen, you could be known for a lot worse things in your life and haven't gone to a lot worse places. But I think for him, it's not about where he's been, Kevin. I think it's about where he's going, what's going to be the next chapter in his career.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
That quarter was all about ball movement and shooting. Lights out opening act from them.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. Griffin is out there with Crawford, and it's Spates in at the center, filling out the middle. And Trevor Ariza, one of the more consistent 3 and D wings, seems like he puts up pretty much the same numbers, Greg, every season.
Yeah, Kevin, a little bit of what you see is what you get. The difference I saw in him last year, though, although subtle, was the dip in number of assists and rebounds. And one thing Ariza has to guard against is getting too comfortable floating to that three-point line.
Al Brewer, he's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
Here's Crawford. And there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's his first foul. Houston making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Harden comes in for Brewer. And it's Ennis in for Pablo Prigioni. And then for the Clippers, Jordan, he's checked in for Spates. Bahamute comes in for Jamal Crawford. That's Felton in for J.J. Redick. Near the three-point line, it's Gordon. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. 1:15 left to play in the first half. Paul kicks to Felton. Here is Bahamute. Misses the three. Rockets leading by 9. Reza passes to Harden. Dishes it to Ennis. On the clock to the paint. Layup off the pick. And it's good on the way in.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Timeout.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks they continue to give up there in the paint.
Opposition is just having their way with them down low, and he wants to put a stop to that.
Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. Pierce is checked in for the Clippers. Rivers comes in for Paul. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Felton against Harden. Felton dishes to Bahamute. Pass to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. A floater, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Austin Rivers, the son of a famed player and basketball coach Doc, making an impact in this league with his overall play.
Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Houston. And the Clippers with a change here too. Johnson's checked in. And he's good on the second. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now, here's Beverly. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Harden outside. And so that brings the first half to a close. Rockets lead by 10. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Doc, does it look like you guys are getting the looks you want offensively?
I don't mind the shots. They're good shots for the most part. I would like extra passes every once in a while, but overall, our shots have been that bad. We got to get stops.
Okay, we'll see if the ball moves or sticks in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They took over in the second quarter, building their lead up to 10 points by the half and looking very much like a team that is determined to turn this game into a laugher. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, they're getting high percentage looks, good game planning. The ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They are definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they could shoot a better percentage.
That's it for now, as the second half is just about ready to go. We, and I mean the three of us, will be right here after the final buzzer.
Welcome back to the Toyota Center, everyone. That's a look at our broadcast location tonight here in downtown Houston, Texas. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Nene, what a contribution.
Unbelievable the way he dominated that offensive glass in those first two quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
He bullied his way inside for a ton of rebounds, and until they get a body on him, he's just going to keep coming at him.
Steve, you grew up in Detroit and came into a league right after the Bad Boy Pistons had won back-to-back titles with their hard-nosed style of basketball. Do you miss that more physical brand of basketball?
Yeah, I do. Being a Detroiter, growing up watching the Bad Boys, they won championships playing defense, but I think they also was an innovator on the offensive end. People don't realize Bill Laimbeer was one of the first pick-and-pop centers in my era to get a chance to watch him. So Isaiah Joe Dumars, Rodman, Sally, love the way they play. I kind of like the little physical basketball playing back then.
So if someone said to you, the game is different now, but is it necessarily better than it was? Is it more pleasing to watch now than it was, say, in the 90s?
Yeah, I think it's more fluid offensively. I think it was a lot of fouls, but I enjoyed it in that era, but I understand the way they had to clean up the game.
Beverly and Harden are the 1 and the 2. Clint Capella is out there with Anderson, and it's a reason in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Houston leading by 9. Harden outside. They set the screen. That one, no good. The Clippers go the other way with it. Over in the corner, Mbamute. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, a lot of Thunder fans still lamenting the trade of James Harden to the Rockets a couple of years ago when he became a superstar, but Harden doesn't. He said recently, "This is beyond my expectations. If I'd stayed in OKC, I'd still be in a good situation, but I don't think the sneaker deal and these other opportunities would have happened." He added, "Look, this is a grind. Every time you lose, you're blamed. For me, it's about continuing to work and focusing on what I can control." Devin?
He deserves that top billing, DA. Thanks. For the Rockets, Nene, he's checked in for Anderson, and it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza. And then for the Clippers, Spates checked in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Crawford in for Mbamute. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Paul outside. Spates with a screen on Beverly. A shot by Paul, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Beautiful pick. Ugly shot. Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
He tries for 3, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Boy, Chris Paul has been a top-notch perimeter shooter. His form is just perfect.
And Beverly kicks to Capella. Spates against Nene. Passes it to Beverly. Inside, down to 5 on the shot clock.
I like the move to go 2 for 1 here.
That has to be the plan. Let's see if they recognize it.
And the Rockets making a change here. Gordon's checked in. And then for the Clippers, Pierce is checked in for Spates. Johnson comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. Clippers trail by 8. Rivers passes to Crawford. Out of hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Tyler Ennis, he's checked in for Patrick Beverley. .34 seconds left in the third quarter. Crawford outside. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Capella. Houston leading by 8. Here's Ennis. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
Crawford kicks to Pierce. And there's the feed to Rivers. The dish to Griffin. And the Clippers miss again. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets ahead. They're up by 8. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Keep making the extra pass. Everybody. That doesn't mean you got it, shoot it. But if somebody's open, you give it to them. Hey, right here, make your run one step at a time.
And obviously hoping for better team basketball. Doc Rivers really laying it out to his guys.
And it's about maximizing each possession, running your offense all the way through until you find a good shot.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Redick and Bamute make up the perimeter. Pierce is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Rivers in at the point guard position.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
Ennis dishes to Anderson. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Ennis has got 3 assists in the game. Clippers trail by 8. Rivers with it. There's a screen. Kicks to Redick. Back to Rivers. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, and Bamute. That 3 off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Nene, the screen. D2 from Anderson. No good that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Rivers passes to Redick, and the foul on Tyler Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Harden comes in for Eric Gordon, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Ennis. The Clippers also making some changes. Griffin comes in for Pierce, and Paul subbed in for Austin Rivers. Here's Paul. That one wide left. Rockets leading by 8. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Beverley. Anderson the screen. Harden kicks to Ariza. He feeds it to Beverley. Harden up top, covered by Redick. 4 on the shot clock. Shooting for Houston, Patrick Beverley. 2 shots. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. Both free throws good from Beverly. Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 10. There's 1:17 left here in the fourth quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He told the guys it's time to turn it up a little and make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if we can get it done.
Okay, David, much appreciated. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. And Paul gets it to go in.
And really, CP3 is so good at reading the defense. If he knows he's getting the pass and they're playing off him, he'll torch you.
Now here's Beverly. Harden outside. Down low. Capella dishes to Anderson. Capella kicks to Beverly. And there's the 3-second violation. Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 8. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Paul with the bucket.
You can put a hand in Chris Paul's face, but he's used to that. He can still nail it.
Harden outside. Now the pass to Beverly. 6 on the shot clock, and the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead. Here now the Clippers. Paul kicks to Griffin. Count it! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
These are moments in the game where Blake needs to step up, and he did.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Shooting for Houston, James Harden. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Being both at the line. It's a 7-point game.
Yeah, showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're losing by 7. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
It's a stretch for sure to say they can come back, but it all starts with executing out of the timeout. Let's see what he draws up here.
We've got 22 seconds left in the game. For 3, Felton. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Prigioni. He's covered by Felton. Here's Prigioni. So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. What's your team's mindset right now in terms of approach?
Our consistency and our attention to detail. You know, we're a young team, but we got to focus on the small things. Our hard work is going to be enough as well.
Great effort tonight, James. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan. James Harden. Tonight's performance is what we've come to expect. He was a leader, not just in numerical categories, but in motivating his teammates.
Well, James Harden is impossible to keep in check on a night like this. And as a scorer and a playmaker, hardly anyone could compare to him. He's a special player with a special talent.
He was dominant, throwing one haymaker after another, and the crowd absolutely loved it. They were eating it up. It's a love affair between him and this city, especially when he's tearing it up like that. He delivered a beauty tonight.
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.